I think the most important thing is understanding what the point of the crew meeting is. The crew meeting is giving direction for your crew, and in essence, your crew is a business that's building within your owner's business or in that office. So you've got to be the person that's giving direction to your guys and what your goals are and what your team goals are, because what you're looking to do is create a following for, in essence, the best guys to move with you to another city. So I've got a few bullet points I'm just going to give you. I think the most important thing before you go into a crew meeting is to have a plan on what you're going to talk about in your crew meeting. Whether that's the direction that you want to give your crew. It could be a weekly theme. What I typically did running crew meetings was I'd run a big crew meeting on a Monday, giving guys direction, finding out what their goals were for the week, and then on Friday I'd recognise people that hit their goals. You've got to have a crew goal. If you're talking about a crew, have a goal, and get everyone to talk about it and talk big about your crew. What you want. What in essence I always wanted was when new people joined the office, they looked at my crew like it was the office, and I wanted to have the best crew in the office, and that comes from leadership and peace average and all the rest of it, but it also comes from the meeting room. And if they see an action from a leader that's generating a following because of his passion, because of his direction that he's providing his guys, other people in the office or new people go, I wish I was on that crew, or they go, I'm glad I'm a part of that crew. So give people direction, set up a crew goal, talk about the promotional goal with your crew. So on a Monday, say you've got a crew of whether it's 5 people, you can talk about, right, our goal is we've got 2 new people starting in our team this week, let's make sure they're looked after. The goal by the end of this week is to promote another 2 leaders, if that's the case, badging, providing they're badged. Crew identities, my team was called Eagles, for example, so we often had Eagle crew chants, which we manifested from different songs. We'd talk about crew nights that we were going to go on. It was very much a branding thing. I had a picture of an eagle on the office wall, which is where we did crew meetings. I'd incentivise guys and set goals. I once did a PSP, which cost £100 at the time, and I had a competition going for a month. But I had the PSP on top of a light box, the one that revolves on a shelf in the meeting room, and it was kind of like guys bought into the fact that the high roller or the best performer for that month, not necessarily just in sales, but somebody that was personally recruiting, somebody that was setting a good example, somebody that was leading people, somebody that was promoting leaders, somebody that was doing conference calls, people that were travelling to different offices. It wasn't just down to a sales goal, because I was trying to reward people that were looking to grow their business, and people that were growing, and that person would win a PSP at the end of the month. And that £100 investment, well, it's going to help you build your business, which means that you'll get a return on that investment. And it's very little things. Alton Towers trips we used to set up with guys, which I'd done before. I used to take guys to music festivals that we used to get tickets for on the weekend. That gives guys a buy-in, and you have to understand, that's somebody in my crew calling me, you have to understand that different people want different things and different rewards and different incentives. It's crew chants we used to do, so at the end of every crew meeting we used to just sing an Eagles song. I'm not going to do it on camera because it's relatively embarrassing and you're not my crew. Crew night ideas, so we used to talk about what we do as a crew that week if we hit a certain goal, or even if we didn't hit the goal, we typically do a crew night every week, whether it was a pub, whether it was going to go and play darts somewhere, whether it was a bowling night, somewhere within, local enough to the city that you're in. And if you look hard enough, there's lots of things that you can do when you come back from the field in the evening to get your guys excited about spending time with the rest of their crew. And that's where you bond with your guys, and that's where you find out about them outside of work, outside of the working hours that we do. You can find out about their personal life, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever it may be, and get to know people, get to know people's goals a little bit more, because if you've got a big team, you won't naturally get time one-on-one with everyone. So it's a great chance to build just a spirit and an identity, just I suppose as a football team would, and so on and so forth. Recognise people that work hard as well. Again, your crew meetings have got to be you providing direction. It's got to be your morning meeting, the equivalent of the owner's morning meeting. It's got to be your morning meeting. in the office. So recognise people that either, whether if you're having it on the Monday, people that have hit their goals the week before, people that you expect to hit their goals this week, people that are doing generally a good job. Again, it doesn't just have to be limited to a volume of sales. It could be somebody that's gone out and try to personally recruit people into their business. And I suppose the last thing is just talk about your goals and vision and where you're going. Again, in essence, what you're doing, just to finish up, is you're running an office within an office, and that's where you'll get confidence, and it will certainly help towards you running an office in the future if you've got information that your guys buy into. And what you'll find is guys are waiting then for a crew meeting. They're like, are you running a crew meeting? It will often happen once you get into a momentum of running them, whether it's 1 guy, 5 guys, 10 guys. If you run them consistently enough, guys then go, when are we having a crew meeting? When are we having a crew meeting? And then you're doing a good job. But just sell your vision, talk about where you're going, and as a result, people feel safe as part of your team. People feel that they're going to get looked after as part of your team, and it